Hey there, horror movie tea sippers.
The following podcast episode will contain spoilers for the movie we are about to review. If you have not seen the movie and do not wish to have anything ruined prematurely, please do not continue to watch or listen until you have seen the movie.
And welcome to the Horror Movie Tea Podcast. I'm super excited. We have been talking about streaming this game for ever since me and Jess played it. So has it been a year already?
It's been like a year, yeah.
So we are playing Contradiction, Spot the Liar, where you are a detective, and it's like a point-and-click game where it's actually using actual video footage, and you are asking all of these I don't know, would you call them suspects? They're at least
they're people of interest. This is also a game from the makers of At Dead of Night.
Yes. So this is I don't know if it is their first game that they developed, but this came out prior to At Dead of Night. Yes. And you'll see there's a lot of similarities in the gameplay, but it's with At Dead of Night, it feels more like video game, surreal. While this is more like you're in a movie, but you're selecting where you're going type of. All right.
Yes.
Well, let's get into it.
Are we ready? Shall I play the prologue for everybody?
Yes. Let's go into the prologue so that way everyone can know what we're getting ourselves into.
Yes.
My name is Jenks. Detective Inspector Frederick Jenks.
Let us know if the volume's okay as well.
Last-minute investigation into the death of Kate Vine, a PhD student found drowned at midnight last Friday in a lake in the woods on the outskirts of the tiny village of Edenton. I have until first thing tomorrow morning to decide whether her death was a simple accident or whether this was murder. Kate Vine appeared to the world to be a bright, confident, fun-loving PhD student with everything to live for. However, a history of depression and alcoholism revealed in her medical records suggests that in reality, she had become adept at hiding behind a mask. A lab report indicating a high level of alcohol in her blood, along with the late hour of her death and a lack of witnesses, makes a strong case that this was suicide. But the verdict overlooked some curious details. Why was her driving license found on the opposite side of the lake in which she drowned? Also, there were traces of morphine in Kate's system. Where did she get it? Kate was known to be a free spirit with a nihilistic love of danger, which may, in part, have something to do with a business course called Atlas, which Kate had joined and which she had been attending on the night of her death. Based in a large, stately home on the outskirts of the village, the exclusive Atlas is run by father and son team, Paul and Ryan.
I did turn it up a little bit.
Both were interviewed following Kate's death, but neither claimed to have seen Kate after the meeting, and both were understandably eager to distance themselves and Atlas from the tragedy. This isn't the first time that Atlas has been investigated. Atlas and their questionable methods, which many have suggested border on mind control. Ryan is married to Rebecca, landlady of Edenton's village pub, the George and Dragon. As yet, she hasn't been interviewed, though it's likely Kate visited the pub on more than one occasion. One of Kate's friends was Emma Bowman, who lives at Eden Lodge on the road leading out of Edenton village. Emma was also doing a PhD at the same university, but didn't attend Atlas. Interviewed after Kate's death, Emma seemed shocked and upset, insisting she hadn't seen Kate that night. However, it turned out her boyfriend had. Simon Thompson met Emma at university. After completing his degree around 18 months ago, he went to work at a shop in the neighboring village.
Jimmy!
The Atlas course a few months ago.
Yeah, they're the same actor that does Jimmy.
See Kate after the meeting.
In At Dead of Night.
The sergeant interviewing him noted he seemed oddly unmoved by her death, which makes him the first person I want to see tonight. It's time for some answers.
There. Okay.
But is this a new game or is this your old game?
It's a new game.
Okay.
I've already reset it. I've deleted all of the previous information, everything, so...
Okay. I'm so ready, Keith. At least it's not as bad as I think Wiley, Texas, from the review I did with you. Yeah,
Leaving a bike unlocked.
Very suspicious.
Looks like homebrew equipment. Ah, this might come in handy.
Yoink. Just gonna steal a screwdriver.
Oh.
This is fine.
I'm going to turn just down a little bit.
Avon lady.
Is it Simon? Yeah. Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. Could I come in and ask you a few questions, please? Yeah. Thank you.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
We can just go through here if you want. Emma's working in the front room.
Hi.
This is Inspector James.
Jenks.
What's all this about?
There was a death in the village. Kate Vine, I believe you both knew her.
Yeah. Do you need to speak to both of us?
I'll just speak to Simon first, if that's okay.
Just come through. Is it okay in here?
I
I think you're going to risk turning the volume up a little bit more.
I won't be long.
So watch your ears. Make more noise so I can adjust it. God damn it. I'll just start off with this new volume.
So your first interview, first pick an item you want to ask about, then click ask to see Jenks ask about it. When you've heard the reply, you'll see the summary of what was said in the box at the bottom.
Yeah, so this is why the game is called Contradiction. So essentially, you're interviewing all these different people, and after you ask them about all these items, there'll be like a contradiction. I think it's like 1 to 2 typically. Typically 1, sometimes 2. And that's when you kind of like catch them in a lie, and then they'll like kind of backpedal and give you like different information. So the tricky part of the game is figuring out what's the contradictory statements.
So sit back and watch the chaos when we find 2 contradicting statements.
Gills.
Alrighty. So,
When was
let's just start
the
at the
last time
top,
you
shall
saw
we?
Kate Vine?
So last Friday's meeting, I think.
Did you see her after the meeting?
No.
How long have you known Kate?
That would be when we started Atlas. 3 months ago?
Did you socialise outside Atlas?
No.
How would you describe her? What sort of person was she?
Well, she's talented. She was full of life, you know? Sharp, quite sharp.
Would you say she had any emotional problems?
Her mood could change. And, well, there was the drinking problem. Well, she would come drunk to meetings sometimes. She would reek of the stuff. I mean, everyone knew, but nobody really said anything.
So, tell me a bit about Atlas.
Oh, it's just a business management training program for postgrads.
And you started this after you left college?
Yeah.
And it's on every Friday?
Yeah, well, my group isn't doing it this Friday, but one of the groups is.
Okay, thanks.
We probably won't do a whole lot of talking during the stream just because we want to make sure that everyone can hear what the characters are saying since there's no subtitles. But
And we don't have to voice it. Ha ha ha.
Yay! But we will probably jump in the chat and converse as need be. But oh my
Yes.
god, I love the commentary so far. It's great.
Did you know whether Kate had lost Bliss or not?
No. No, I don't think so. I've never seen it before.
I feel like that was a loaded look there.
I want to say there was a setting to add subtitles. Am I remembering that wrong?
Hold on.
Hopefully it
I
autosaved
can't.
because I don't. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
As long as everyone can hear it, then that's what's most important.
Whose is the bike outside?
Oh, that's my cousin's. He lent me it. I need to buy a new lock for it, though.
So it's your bike at the moment?
Yeah. There's no bus service to speak of around here, so it's really the only way to get around.
You mean apart from, walking?
V, I feel like you're the majority person that like has contributed to the terrible voice acting.
Yes. Yeah, we kind of need you for that.
I mean, I'm pretty bad, but
A lot of bottles outside. Are they yours?
Yeah, I'm at homebrew.
For yourself?
Well, no, I give it out to my friends and stuff. I tried selling it at first, but I didn't have any takers, except for James over at Farmhouse. I used to trade it to him for herbs and stuff.
Do you see James a lot?
No, not really.
Okay. So, shall we go ahead and visit Emma?
yes. By the way, did
Thank
you
you.
want me
Probably be back
to
later.
bring up
All
the
right, it's only a few
guide
questions.
just in case, or you feel
No.
pretty okay?
Let's ask what she says about the death.
Your voice acting is
When
perfect.
was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
It was
It is. It's
last
wonderful.
Thursday in the college library. I saw her and we chatted for a bit. She seemed her usual self.
What was her usual self?
Just Kate being Kate. A bit wild.
Wild? In what way wild?
Oh, she just used to question everything, have arguments with the lecturers, things like that.
What else?
Kate had a drink problem.
How noticeable was that?
Well, it wasn't at first, but as the year went on, she'd be drunk in the afternoon. But I think she cut down, towards the end of college and when she started her PhD.
I will say that pay attention. It's like some of the people that we're interviewing, it sounds like what they're saying is nonsensical and doesn't necessarily apply to the murder. But all of what the characters are saying all connects together to kind of weave a complete story. So pay attention. This is like,
It's
typical
all
student.
pertinent at some point.
Yes, it's all relevant.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Okay. Whose is the bike outside?
Oh, it's Simon's cousin's. He uses it to get to work.
You know the lock's broken.
Oh, I know. I keep telling him to fix it.
Typical. Okay.
What's the stack of bottles outside?
Oh, that's all Simon's stuff. You better ask him. I don't know.
Have you ever tried Simon's homebrew?
Me? No. I don't like beer. I only drink wine. I can't stand spirits either.
I will say I absolutely love Jenks and some of his facial expressions and the way that he asks some of the questions is just so amazing. It's like if I want a detective to question me, I would want him to do it.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
So expressive.
Yes. I feel like as they
Knock on
like
the window for Emma. Simon always answers the front door.
just
Maybe that's part of his tactics.
yeah. I hope you're okay after that movie, Keith.
Oh,
I know I watched a movie recently called Nowhere. It's about like this
It's like a piece of jewellery there, stuck between the boards. Well and truly wedged in.
okay. We have. But we have a screwdriver. There it is.
Yep. There you go.
Also, a pin or a pencil would have worked, but okay.
Forensics had checked the whole area. Obviously not very well.
That is very accurate, B. Yeah, it's like I watched this movie called Nowhere where it's about like this mother and husband trying to immigrate to, I think is Ireland, but they like get separated, and then the wife gets left in a cargo shipping container, and then there's a storm and the shipping container goes off the boat into the sea, and so it's about her surviving. It's intense, but it's so good. Like, she's actually like really smart about it, but it's like, ooh, it's tough because she's like pregnant and stuff, so it's just like, oh god, it's like stressful. But very good. I haven't seen that
I
one.
couldn't remember if there was that one.
I've heard of it.
Let's ask about the necklace. Let's knock on the window.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Ever seen this?
Looks like. That's my old necklace. I gave this to Kate.
So Kate might have been wearing it last Friday.
Yeah, well, perhaps, but I can't see why. She was always buying new things, you know, lots of jewelry, stuff like that. It's meant to be a bird in cage, but the cage's fallen off. I'll show you.
Where did you buy it?
I didn't. Some wanted present.
Secret admirer.
Not so secret.
Who could that be?
That's how it should have looked. It's called a freedom necklace.
Do you mind if I keep this?
No, not at all.
So the necklace did belong to Kate. Interesting. I'm starting to wish I'd brought a spare evidence bag.
Yeah, forensics wasn't very good at cleaning up the crime scene, apparently.
Yeah.
They missed a few stuff. Yeah, the plot thickens.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
The game is afoot.
You know what this is?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Emma had one like it. Actually, you know what? Kate had one. I remember because I asked her about it one night when we were all out drinking in college. I was probably pretty drunk.
That's what college is all about.
Is it? Maybe I'm just a boring person, but I never did that in college. Of course, I also went to a local college, so it's like I had my home when I lived with my mom to come back to. So it's like, what partying am I gonna do? But I will say this.
What?
I know that's the one thing that drives me nuts about this
He
game is
says they were drinking!
yeah, some of the contradictions or things that you think are contradictions actually aren't, like the game's contradictions, so you're like, ah!
He said they were drinking outside of the thing. You lied, sir.
And I will say this game's a little bit of a slow burn, but it's totally worth it. Like I've played through the game. I've also watched Jess play through the game, so it's just like nice.
How did you know Kate was wearing a freedom necklace 18 months ago? At college?
Well, I knew Kate at college, but I didn't get to know her till we started Atlas.
Right. So you didn't socialise with her at college?
No.
And you didn't
And
socialise
yet
with her
we're
outside
drinking
of
with her.
Atlas?
No.
You didn't see her outside Atlas at all?
No. Not at all.
Totally believable. Yeah, so essentially each hour
So Simon did know Kate.
shows like additional
Why
progress.
would he lie about that? Maybe he knows Kate better than he's willing to admit. 6 o'clock. I wonder if Rebecca's working in the pub tonight.
Yeah, I want to say it's like it does hit midnight, but then after that, like the game's done. Like once we finish that part of the game, I think midnight's like the last part.
Broken window. Smashed by the look of it. Might have to ask about that.
That's Jimmy.
Well,
Hugo
in the game
Punch.
it's Simon, so.
I know. Ha!
You did it.
This is why you pick up all the things.
And this is why I'm so glad that you're playing the game and not me. Because whenever I played the game versus watching you, I'm like, wow, I'm really terrible at these games. Because it took me forever to find some of these things.
Looks like junk, but it's too dark.
Meanwhile, I like look all around and click all the things.
Yeah. An atlas box. Ooh.
I wonder whose mask this is. Rebecca's or Ryan's?
Oh, now that it's 6 o'clock, I think the pub might be open. I think that's
Yeah.
what we were waiting on.
Yeah, and that's what he said. I wonder if What's-Her-Face is working at the pub.
Ah, oops. Too many things going on for me to pay attention.
But again, I like to look all around at things.
Skyrim player logic.
It gave me the option that wasn't there before. I had to go do the thing.
Yeah.
Well, yes, you have to take all the things. Phantom of the Opera, he's the killer. Shall I?
Yes. Ding ding. I just loved a little ding.
Sorry, what can I get you?
Detective Inspector Jenks. Rebecca, is it?
She's like, oh shit.
There's been an incident
caught.
in the village. I'm conducting an investigation. Could I ask you a few questions, please?
Right. Come through.
Thank you.
She's like, dude, it's a full night. Like, I can't handle all of this questioning right now.
What's it about?
There's been an unexplained death locally. Not sure if you've heard.
The student?
Yes.
Yes, it was dreadful news.
You're married to Ryan, one of the Atlas leaders, yes?
I suppose I am, yes.
Well, I just wanted to ask a few questions about Kate and Atlas, if that's okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to answer any of them, but sure.
Flip, flip, flip.
Have a thing
you
with
know
the
Kate?
barmaid.
Not very well. She came a few times, but she was quite a moody person. You could tell she had problems.
When was the last time you saw her?
Friday. She popped in for a minute.
And when was that?
7-ish.
Was she on her own?
I didn't see who she was with. She put £20 on the bar and then left.
What was that for?
A breakage, presumably.
£20? Just for a beer glass?
Well, she was very drunk. She just put it on the bar and then walked out.
Was there a broken glass?
Not that I noticed. But she was a strange girl.
What? You better skill points.
Have you
apart.
seen this before?
No, sorry.
Gotta get that
So you
charisma.
didn't know if Kate had lost it?
No idea.